leaving.
Number 11, Stanby House, Parkmead Estate. Report of a possible intruder. Can you deal?
Yes, Steve. ETA about 3 minutes.
Received. The informant is Mrs. Ellis, the occupant of that address.
Sierra Oscar from 8-4. Do you have a description of the suspect?
No, the informant is blind.
Sorry. Number 11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mrs. Ellis? I'll try around the back.
Mrs. Ellis! Tony!
Afternoon. So what you're saying, Mrs. Wilkinson, is that a police officer threatened your son?
No. What I said was that yesterday afternoon, one of your thugs gave my dowel a slap. That's what I'm telling you.
And you are?
Steve Bright, Point and Security. We've just been taken on to patrol the estate.
Do you know the woman?
No, I was just passing, out on the beat. I've made her a cup of tea while we were waiting for you to show up.
Who's that?
It's PC Stat, Mrs. Ellis. Sun Hill. You called about an intruder?
Who's the woman?
It's PC Page, Mrs. Ellis.
Oh.
I was just patrolling up the street and I see someone run off from out the back there.
So did the person actually get inside the flat, Mrs. Ellis?
No, he was outside the bedroom window. Katie barked and scared him off.
Would you like to nip outside with my colleague, Mr. Bright? You can tell her all about it.
Yeah, no problem. So I thought it was a bit suspicious, you know.
I'll do that.
Thank you. Of course, she wouldn't hurt a fly, would you, Katie?
You say you heard something outside the bedroom window, Mrs. Ellis?
That's right. Katie was barking. There was someone rustling about. I could feel him peering through the window.
Do you mind if I go and have a look in your bedroom, Mrs. Ellis?
Of course you can. I don't think you'll catch him now, though. That's right. Through there.
Do you keep any valuables in the flat at all, Mrs. Ellis?
Well, we've managed to tuck away a little bit for Cornwall, but apart from that...
Cornwall?
Cornwall. Drive through Brentford, throttle down, follow the sun. That's what my husband used to say. One of these days I'm going back. Going to take Katie down on the bus for a week's holiday.
You haven't told anyone about your holiday savings, have you, Mrs. Ellis?
Just because I've lost my sight doesn't mean I've lost my marbles.
I'll call back later, Mrs. Ellis, and check you're all right.
Thank you for the tea, Constable.
All part of the service, Mrs. Ellis. Right, back to work. If you need any more help with your
I've got all your
inquiries...
details, Mr. Bright.
Righto.
What a prat. Now, if you hear anything else, Mrs. Ellis, just dial 999, OK?
Oh, yes, I've got my telephone handy.
Are there any neighbours could keep an eye out for you?
Neighbours? You're on your own here. Anyway, I'll be all right, love. Always keep this at the ready.
Very sorry to tell you. You don't play around here, all right? You! Yes, I'm talking to you. Don't you laugh at me.
You think she pays £3 a month just to have that plonker strutting around the streets for a few hours a day?
They all do on the estate, don't they? They all subscribe.
Someone's coining it in.
And Mrs. Wilkinson claims her lad was out playing when this oaf threatened him. I thought I'd better inform you before your meeting with Mr. Poynton.
And you're absolutely certain that her description doesn't fit one of our uniformed officers?
Yes, sir. I'd say these youths probably found a Poynton security man to wind up.
These people have only been patrolling for 2 weeks. Already we've had 3 complaints. Are you telling me people can't differentiate between a uniformed police officer and these tin pot security wardens?
Well, their jumpers are certainly similar to our own. Intentionally so, I imagine.
Are these people under the misapprehension that they have special powers? Or do they just enjoy throwing their weight about?
Number 11, Stanby House again. Neighbour reports a fight in progress. Can you deal?
Affirmative.
Please tell me she hasn't taken on a prowler.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 2. That fight at Stanby House. Do you want us to attend, over?
Yeah, much obliged, George.
Hang about. Pick up Kathy. You want to come along for the ride, Kath?
Yeah, cheers, George.
OK, in the back.
Get off him!
Right! That's enough! How have you, son? You won't stop me!
Well, he's an egg case.
Move again, and I shall nick you for assault. Right, go with me. It's him you want to nick. See what he's done to Mrs. Ellis.
Well, it was him. He was beating him up.
You dirty slank! Right! That is it! I'm arresting you for assault. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so. What you say will be given in evidence. Do you understand? Anything you want on me. You're right, Polly.
Yeah.
Well, he's a nutter. I don't want him near me, all right?
Stand still. I said stand still!
Stand up, Tony. Watch that one, will you, George? Right, you stay there. Look after this gentleman for us, will you?
No
I'm
problem.
going to check inside the house. Hold still. Mrs. Ellis! Mrs. Ellis, don't move, love. It's PC stamp, OK?
Sierra Oscar from 469.
469, go ahead.
Yeah, number 11 Stanby House. We require an ambulance, please.
469, can you give us any details?
Yeah, an elderly female. She's semi-conscious and she's suffering from head injuries. Over.
Received.
Katie. Where's Katie?
Yeah, we'll get her for you, mate. We'll get her. You just lie still, all right? We'll get her for you. Here she comes, look. Here she is, OK?
Don't forget, Terry, any problems, you got your phone. And my door is always open. Good luck now.
Thanks, Mr. Poynton.
Chief Superintendent Brown, though?
Yes.
John Poynton.
Hello.
Very pleased to meet you at long last. I've heard a lot about you.
Really? Excuse me, please.
577, could you confirm the number of arrests, over?
Yes, Dee, that's 2 arrests, over.
Right, come on, move back, please.
Right, Katie.
As we told you, Mrs. Ellis, you might have to stay in hospital for a couple of days, so they can't take her with you.
What's going to happen to her?
Don't worry about it, Mrs. Ellis. We'll make sure she's taken care of.
No witnesses. I'll go to the hospital later.
Cheers, Kath. I'll get back.
What about me?
I don't know. Why don't you wait for CID to show? Or get the caretaker or whatever. Fix the door, eh?
Yeah, but what should I do about the dog?
I don't know. Give her some food, I suppose.
Well, we got 4 offices up in Manchester. And about 6 months ago, I decided to get a slice of the London action. Streets paved with gold and not enough people to look after them. Business is booming.
Yes, so I see. I've no objection to commerce as such, but I can't say that I approve of your patrols on the Parkmead estate.
Oh. I'd have thought you'd welcome us with open arms, Chief Superintendent. We're not too much different from the old neighbourhood watch, so where's the objection?
The difference is, Mr. Poynton, you're only in it for the money.
We're pros, same as you.
In the past 2 weeks, since your operation started on the Parkmead estate, I've had 3 separate complaints from non-residents that their children have been threatened with violence. Now, in my book, that doesn't bear much resemblance to professionalism.
Looks like your Mr. Bright's got a bit of previous.
Burglary.
3 counts of.
Well, that's a great bloke to have as a security guard, isn't it?
The people of Parkmead Estate pay me, basically, because they can't trust you. Truth of it is, you lot have lost touch.
For your information, the crime rate on the Parkmead estate has fallen by 5% over the last year. And when we introduce sector policing in a few months' time, I believe we'll improve on that.
It's all hot air. You haven't got enough resources. Not enough people on the ground, and too many up in their ivory towers.
You've been poorly advised, Mr. Poynton.
So you really think that Sunhill Police are going to keep an eye on people's property and make them sleep easier in their beds?
Well, I can assure you we'll be keeping our eyes on your operations in the future. I will do everything in my power to protect the public against any criminal element I find on the streets.
It's no good looking at me like that. Do you want it or not?
Now, who could resist an offer like that? Who's supposed to be watching the front door, eh?
Sorry, Sarge. She was pining. I've got guide dogs for the blind picking her up later.
OK, that's good. So apart from the dog, what else have we got here?
The bedroom's the same.
Do we know if anything's been stolen?
Afraid not, Sarge. Mrs. Ellis was too shaken up to say much. We found her lying there. Someone had given her a right pasting.
Obviously no chance of a description. What about the neighbours? Did they see anything?
You know what they're like round here, Sarge.
What about our 2 suspects?
A little scrote called Walsh and the other one's a security warden.
Name of Bright?
He called us earlier. The dog was barking at someone rustling about outside the window. Bright got here before us and was making her a cup of tea.
What, do you reckon he might have been worming his way in for later?
Well, he did say look back to keep an eye on her. He could have been setting himself up. Seemed like a pretty dodgy character to me.
And what about Walsh?
Don't come any further, please. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm the caretaker. Constable Page asked me to come and fix the door.
That's right. You're Roger Darling, are you?
Yeah, that's right, that's me. Most of the old dears round here, they call me Darling Roger.
Really? I'm Detective Sergeant Craig. Do you know Mrs. Ellis well?
Oh, yeah, I know Mrs. Ellis. Is she going to be all right?
Well, she's been very badly shaken up.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? And they made all that mess and all. Well, was anything taken?
Oh, well, we're not too sure at the moment. Do you know if she had anything worth taking? Roger?
Well, I promised I wouldn't tell anyone.
It's all right. We are police officers.
Oh, well, I come in a couple of months ago to do some shopping for her and I saw her with some money.
Was it a lot of money?
Well, it was quite a few notes, yeah. Tenors. She kept them in a vase in the bedroom, she told me, for safekeeping.
487 receiving.
Receiving.
Yeah, Kathy. Alan Woods would like to know if Mrs. Ellis is up to being interviewed yet.
Negative, I'm afraid. I'll give him a call when she is.
Well, seems he found what he was looking for.
Yeah.
So he reckons himself as a bit of a hero, does he?
Walls admit him more like it, though. When I took him down to the cell, he asked for some polish and a cloth so he could clean his boots.
That's Steve Bright, by any chance?
Or not so, as Tony Stampers nicknamed him.
Very appropriate.
You got something from him, Bob?
Oh, yes, 160 quid in tenors.
What, you found that on Bright?
No, on the other suspect, Joe Walsh.
Well, well, well. Life is full of surprises today. OK, Mr. Bright, if you could just tell us about the events leading up to your arrest this afternoon outside number 11 Stanby House.
Well, I was walking in an easterly direction towards the flat. Some little kid threw a stone at me, so I give him a ticking off. Sort of kid who throws a stone today and mugs an old lady tomorrow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you could just start from the moment when you actually arrived outside the flat, please, Mr. Bright. What was your reason for going there, anyway?
Oh, well, I told Mrs. Ellis I'd call back and check up on her after the prowler had been round. Well, I went up to the front door and rang the bell. Dog was barking, so I knew she hadn't gone out. When she didn't answer, I called to her, but there was no reply.
Why didn't you phone us?
Oh, well, I knew there was something wrong. The place was a tip.
And how did you know that?
I looked through the letterbox. How else would I know? I saw all the mess in the hallway. I mean, obviously you'd do the door, wouldn't you, if you knew someone was in trouble?
OK, Stephen, just keep cool. We're not accusing you of anything.
He is.
No, no, not at all, Mr. Bright. I just want to know what happened. So, after you, broke into Mrs. Ellis's flat?
Well, I rushed in and that bloke Walsh was standing over her. He was holding her by the collar. He looked at me and then just chucked her down like a doll. So I froze for a second and then I chased him and caught him outside. That's when I,
Go on, Stephen.
I know I shouldn't have slapped him. But, I mean, when you see a young bloke like that, you know, when you see what he's done, well, you can't help losing your rag, can you?
You've lost your rag before, haven't you, Stephen?
You're on our records, Mr. Bright. 3 counts of burglary.
That was years ago. I was just a kid.
What was it you said? Throw a stone today, mug an old lady tomorrow, was it?
I wasn't talking about me.
You're different then, are you?
Yeah, I am. I want to help you lot. I fight crime, I don't commit it. Look, I'm telling you, on my life, I never done it.
Give me £1 for every time I've heard that. I'll be living it up in the Bahamas by now. Yeah.
Hey, Sarge.
What?
Has old not-so given you his life story yet, then?
No, thank goodness.
We could shut him up in the van on the way back. Yeah, he kept going on and on about how he'd applied to join the job, but we wouldn't take him because he got bad marks in his entrance exams.
Because of his bad marks and his criminal record, more likely.
Yeah, come on, let's go and see what Mr. Walsh has to say for himself.
I heard her scream, so I went to see what was occurring.
Can you just clarify, Jay, what you were doing outside Stanby House? You live on the Abelard estate, don't you?
Yeah, I was going to see my girlfriend, Debbie. She lives on the Parkmead. Well, so I was just walking past Stanby House, minding my own business, and then I end up in all this old nonsense.
Hardly nonsense, Mr. Walsh.
So how did you get involved?
I was walking by, I heard all this screaming, and I think, well, that's not right, and it's just going on and on. I mean, I didn't know what to do. So I went round there, broke in, and that nutter's in there turning the place over.
You're referring to the other man arrested at the scene, are you?
Yeah, Bright, or whatever his name is.
And whereabouts was he when you went into the flat?
Oh, he ran out the bedroom. Like the old girl, she's lying on the floor in the living room. I mean, I tried to stop him, but he's too big for me. So I chased him outside. He went mad. And then the police arrived. I mean, I thought he was going to kill me. The bloke's a nutter.
There were one or two other things I'd like to ask you, Mr. Walsh. For instance, when you were brought in here, you had quite a lot of money on you. About £160 in £10 notes.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell us where you got that money from?
Yeah, it's my holiday pay. You go and ask my foreman. Derek Hall, Canley Street Garage. You ask him.
You're a mechanic then, are you, Jay?
Yeah. Well, I'm an apprentice, second year.
You see, we believe that a number of £10 notes may have been stolen from Mrs. Ellis's flat, Mr. Walsh.
Well, I never took them. On my mother's life, I never took anything. I mean, why don't you search the other geezer? He's most probably got them.
Oh, we have. And he hasn't.
Look, I've told you, I ain't done nothing wrong. I never took any money from her. I was trying to help her. And if she says any different, then... No, listen, why don't you just check the story out? You'll see who's telling the truth.
You know, I think I actually believe him.
Oh, you aren't joking, are you, Sarge?
Never more serious. Listen, I'm going to go and interview Mrs. Ellis. You get down the garage and check out if Walsh is spinning us a line.
OK.
It sounds fairly apparent, sir, that you've managed to drive a gargantuan wedge between us and Poynton. Now, as community liaison officer, surely it's my brief to sort out any problems with him.
You're no longer Chief Inspector Ops, Derek. And these specific and misdirected complaints against an officer are an operational matter.
But I need to know about it, sir.
Well, now you do, Derek.
With respect, sir, I'm still the one who's got to try and clear up the mess. I am the one who's got to try and make the peace with John Poynton.
Frankly, Derek, I wouldn't waste your time.
Look, his wardens are ensconced on the Parkmead estate. While the residents are paying them, they're not going to leave. So why can't we try and establish a reasonable working relationship with them?
Well, after what happened today? A blind woman in hospital, a young man beaten up and half strangled.
We don't know yet, sir. It could just be that that warden helped to save a woman's life.
Yes, and it could be he was going to beat her to death.
How are you feeling?
Oh, not too bad, dear. Do you know if anyone's looking after Katie? She'll need a walk.
I should be fine. Guide dogs for the blind are looking after her.
Oh, well, she'll be all right then.
Mrs. Ellis, I wonder if you could tell me what you remember about this afternoon.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry, I can't really think. I'm not much good as a witness, am I? I lost my sight about 30 years ago in a car accident.
Well, that certainly doesn't make you any the less valuable as a witness. Do you keep any money at the flat at all?
Well, you probably think it's nothing, but I do put something by out of my pension for a little holiday in Cornwall, me and Katie.
And how much have you got saved up?
£150. I know it's not a lot.
Must have taken you quite some time to save up that much.
Well, every 4 weeks we put £10 by. We manage all right. We don't need a lot.
At the flat, I was talking to the caretaker.
Oh, Roger. Darling Roger, I call him.
Yeah, he mentioned.
I didn't tell him where I keep it. I wouldn't tell anyone where I keep it.
Could you tell us? Just so we could check out if it's stolen or not.
Not in the vase. I told Roger. I keep it tucked under Katie's blanket in her basket.
Thanks. That's a great help, Mrs. Ellis.
He tried to make me tell him, but I wouldn't, even when he hit me. He put his hand over my face. I thought he was going to suffocate me, but I wouldn't tell him. And he threw me down onto the floor. He was walking around just smashing things up. I could hear him as he walked about on the lino in the hall.
Can you remember what his footsteps sounded like?
Squeaky. Quite faint, but squeaky soles, like new shoes. What do they wear these days? Plimsolls? Do you know what I mean?
Training shoes?
I think so. I can't be certain, but that sort of sound.
And when he grabbed your face, could you tell if he was taller than you?
He must have been about 5'9", 5'8", that sort of thing. I'm just sorry I couldn't see him for you.
Don't worry, Mrs. Ellis, you're doing brilliantly.
He said he was a policeman. That's why I let him in. I remember his hands. They smelt of oil, motor oil, like George's hands, rough and oily.
Well, the garage foreman corroborated Walsh's story about the money, Sarge. Seems he didn't nick it after all.
No one did. 150 quid. Kept it hidden in the dog basket.
Sly old bird.
You think it's funny beating up a helpless blind woman?
No.
Then why did you do it? Surely you could just have searched her flat for valuables rather than try and beat it out of her.
Look, I didn't touch her. I told you who'd done it.
Could I have a look at your hands, please, Jay? Since you were brought here, have your hands come into contact with any oil at all?
No.
Would you mind if I smell your hands?
Do what you like, mate.
They smell of oil. They're pretty rough, too, aren't they?
I'm a mechanic, not a belly dancer.
Mrs. Ellis's husband was a mechanic, so she knows what a mechanic's hands are like. And she's just described your hands to me perfectly. Can you explain that?
No.
You're wearing new trainers, aren't you, Jay?
So?
Do they squeak a bit when you walk on lino? Just a little bit?
I don't know.
Mrs. Ellis does. She may be blind, but she's right on the ball, I can tell you. She was even able to tell me how tall you are. About 5'9", yes?
Would you like a solicitor, Mr. Walsh?
What's she want it for?
What'd she want what for?
Money. She's got money. I don't know where. I've seen her. Been keeping my eye on her. She's got some tucked away. I mean, old dears always have a stash somewhere.
Are you admitting you assaulted Mrs. Ellis in an attempt to rob her flat?
What am I supposed to do? I get 80 quid a week down that poxy garage, 160 quid to go on holiday.
And you felt that was good enough reason to beat up Mrs. Ellis, to make her tell you where she kept her money, so that you could steal it and go on holiday?
Just wanted to take Deb somewhere decent, didn't I?
Decent? And you don't think Mrs. Ellis might save up to take herself on holiday, like the rest of us?
There ain't no point in her going on holiday, is there?
Why is that, then?
Well, she can hardly go sightseeing.
Right, if you'd like to sign there.
What, there?
Where it says signed. And we're not pressing charges for the assault on Mr. Walsh, but if I were you, Mr. Bright, I'd watch your temper in future. Right, you're free to leave. The officer will see you out.
Better get back on the beat, then. I'll wait to hear from you about giving evidence in court. Oh, and if you ever need any more help or anything, you got the number.
Oh, yeah, rest assured, Mr. Bright. We'll definitely be keeping in touch.